Hi everybody, it's Amy from Winterwood Studio, and as you can see, I'm pretty excited. Today's a big day. This is by far the biggest art haul that I have ever done. And just to lay the groundwork here, today is August 14th, Monday, August 14th. I went on a art supply no-buy on May 28th. It ended August 4th, and I did a great job on that. I didn't even buy the stuff that I ran out of. And then back in June, I celebrated my 15-year anniversary with my husband. And this is my anniversary present from him. I was going to get like a big set of like Derwent Light Fast pencils or the big set of Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s, but I actually needed a bunch of stuff that I ran out of. And also there were some things I really wanted to try, so that's what I did. Which is why there's quite so many boxes. So many. Yeah, this is going to be really fun, but it's going to take a little bit. So get yourself a cup of coffee or tea or a nice cup of iced tea and come on in and let's have fun and open some boxes and see some supplies. Yeah, there's a lot of boxes. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to start with these two things I picked up at Walmart last week, which is why they're in a Walmart bag and not in here. The first thing I got was this B paper watercolor pad from Walmart. It was very inexpensive. It was $10 for 50 sheets of 140 pound 9x12 watercolor paper from B Company, and one of my Patreons recommended this as an inexpensive alternative for practicing on. So I wanted to get some and test it out. So thank you to that Patreon for recommending it to me. And then the other thing I got is this B palette paper. I do have a glass palette for my oil paints and a Stay Wet palette for my acrylics, but sometimes I am in a rush and I can't do a lot of cleanup after, and so I like to use some palette paper. And I have not opened this yet, or I've not tried this company's brand. None of that makes sense. I have not tried this brand's palette paper yet. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying this as well. I don't know if I can link to these. I don't know. Maybe I can link to Walmart, I guess. I can try. We'll see what happens. I don't even know. I know I'm going to save, there's 2 Blick boxes, and I know I'm going to save those for last. Okay. I don't know if you can even see me. You can't. This big thing, this big honkin' thing, is acid-free foam core board, and it's ginormous. And I got the last 2 sheets of white acid-free foam core board, and I will be explaining more about why you need this later. But it's very big, and it's very heavy, and it's just plain white foam core board, so I'm not going to open this on camera because I think it would be boring. But that's what's in this giant one. Oh, phew. Okay, that was the big giant one. Let's see. So I'm going to open the 2 Blick boxes last. So let's start with this. Okay. Hopefully I got every label blacked off or pulled out, but there were a lot of them, so I did the best I could. Let's see what's in here. Okay. So my first thing is a tube of Gamblin Artist Oil Colors in Sap Green. And Gamblin is my second favorite brand. My first favorite brand is Michael Harding, but they are very expensive. And Gamblin is almost as good and my second favorite and a lot cheaper. And I wanted to stretch my money as far as I could for this because, like I said, there was a lot of stuff I needed. So I'm getting Gamblin today, and there may or may not be some more colors in here. All right, the next thing we have is in here. Uh-oh. Well, this one feels like it's going to be a problem, everybody. This is a Neptune size 0 synthetic watercolor brush, and I can tell that there's something wrong with it. Yes, there is. That's ruined. Yep, that's ruined. And this came a while ago, so I don't know if I can get my money back or not. Oh. You guys, that makes me mad. That makes me really mad. Yep. Alright, I'm going to reach out to Amazon and see what happens. I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't been really happy with Amazon's customer service lately. Yeah, I'm disappointed. Shame on you, Amazon, for not packing that better. Alright, that was disappointing. Let's go on to the next thing. I would really, honestly, probably just buy most of my art supplies from Blick, except that Blick, you have to have a $60 order to get free shipping, and if you don't, then the shipping cost is $10, and I don't want to spend $10 on shipping for a $7 paintbrush, so sometimes I order from Amazon, and sometimes it's okay, and sometimes I regret it. Alright, here's the next thing. This is the Gamblin Cadmium Lemon oil paint. And I believe this does have real cadmium in it, so if you get this, you're going to want to use either the invisible glove or actual gloves if you're painting with this, if you're avoiding toxic stuff like I am. Alright. Some of these I don't even remember what's in them. I do not remember what's in this one. Oh, because like there's two things in there. Well, the first one is I remember ordering this now, tracing paper. And I use this, so when I'm doing like a pastel painting or an oil painting from a reference photo that I take myself, I often move elements around in it, and I use tracing paper to plan the composition of my finished piece. And actually, maybe you guys might like to see a video on that if you have trouble with composition or like figuring out how to plan a composition. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to make a video on how I use it's very, and actually I use this next. I use this for planning my compositions too. I broke my other one last week, so I had to get a new one. But this is the exact same one I've had for years. This is the Westcott 6-inch proportional scale. And you use this, so like if your original photo is 4x6, that directly correlates to like an 8x10 finished piece. But if you get into some of those other numbers, it can get a little dicey. So this is what I use to plan out the proportions from my original photo and or thumbnail sketch, and then sizing it up to the finished piece. If you do your finished piece in proportions that are not proportional to your reference photo, it's not going to turn out right, and nothing's going to be right. And I think actually a lot of beginner artists don't really realize that and have trouble with that. So again, if you want to see how I use this and the tracing paper to plan my composition and make sure it's all proportionally accurate, leave a comment down below. I would be more than willing to do a video on that for you guys. So okay, there's that. Now this might not be exciting to you guys, but I actually am kind of excited about this. This room it was originally like a porch, and somebody actually like framed it in, and there's heaters in here and everything. It is not a 3-season room, it's like a finished room. But this outside wall, this is still would have been the outside wall of the house at one point. This is a very old house, like over 100 years. So this is like a cement block wall. I can't drill into it, I can't hang anything on it. It's cement. So this is hopefully a game changer for me as far as organization and having a little more space in here. This is a small room. I struggle with space, as I think a lot of us do. I talked about that in my studio tour video, which I'll link that down below too, my studio tour video. But yeah, this is the only room in the house where I can keep art supplies. The house is small, everything else is packed, so everything I own has to be in this room, including finished paintings while they dry. Finished oil paintings while they dry. So, ta-da! I don't know if you can see that. I'll do a slow slide across there. But these are, there's two of them. They are floating shelves. Here, see if you can see that picture there. And they hold 5 pounds each, and they are using command strips. And I thought they would be the perfect size. There's a little lip. So when I'm doing like my 6x6-inch daily painting panels, or my 6x8 or my 8x10, I thought I could just like line them up on here to dry, because you know oil paintings take a long time to dry. And if this works, I'm going to be buying a lot more of these and probably just doing this whole wall with them so I have a place to dry my smaller oil paintings. And I will let you know in a future video if these work or not. I just got one to test it out because I don't know yet. Oh, let's see. I don't know what's in this one either. Let's see what's in this one. Like, I'm like way down here like a little kid at the grown-ups table trying to see onto the top of the table. I don't remember what's in a lot of these. Packaging. Oh. Okay, this is the one tube of M-gram that I actually did get. And for some reason their transparent red earth oxide, transparent red iron oxide was cheaper than the Gamblin transparent red earth that I use for underpaintings. So I got the M-gram version. I'm trying to hold it up there long enough so everybody can see it. Focus, focus, there it goes. Okay, the next thing in here, not exciting, but very important. This is the filter for my HEPA filter over there. I try to change it regularly. It's a true HEPA filter. It also has some carbon filter in it, and it is excellent for pastel dust, any fumes that you might be making. It helps cut those down. Just stuff like that. I mostly get this because I oil paint and I also do pastels. So I have a lot of stuff in the air that I want to get out. So very important, guys. Make sure your studio is always safe and healthy to be in. Otherwise you'll regret it farther down the road. And then this is another organizational thing. That's weird. It's not like in a package. But I got some more command hooks. They're hard to see because they're not in a package, but they're just, I'll hold them up as best I can. They're the small, well, medium, I think, medium clear plastic ones. I think these were supposed to hold 5 pounds, I think. 4 pounds. It looks like they hold 4 pounds, possibly 2 pounds. I don't know. But for larger paintings that are like the 16 by 20s that I didn't want to put on the shelves I just got, I got some of these and I'll hang those up for hanging those paintings on to dry. I think that'll be useful too. I already have, you probably can't see it, I have some hooks up there already that are holding well with a 16 by 20. One of those might be bigger than a 16 by 20. I don't know. There's at least one that's fairly large and it hasn't fallen down, so I'm thinking it's going to work out for me. And that is everything in that box. And I think I might need to take an intermission and clear all these boxes away before I start opening these. This is where the really exciting stuff is. So, okay, give me a second. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so you guys, now we're getting to the exciting stuff. Let me see. I'm going to put this down for a second. And I think we're going to do this box first. This one, I'm a little worried about what kind of shape the stuff inside is in. It was pretty beat up when it got here. Clearly somebody must have retaped it at some point on its journey, so hopefully nothing is missing and everything is okay. And also I just wanted to say too, well, I'm opening this, there was probably just a commercial on and I thank you for watching the commercials. That is how I mostly support like art hauls on this channel and stuff, is the ad revenue from YouTube. So if you've been watching my commercials or subscribed or hit the like button, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. It helps more than you know probably, and I really do appreciate it, and I just wanted to say that. So, all right, let's see what's in here. Okay, all right, so, oh no, this is, well, hopefully this is okay, but the box is opened and the blades are out, but hopefully it's all right. I mean, I don't see how it would be hurt, but this is a straight cutter. This is going to be for cutting that foam board that was in that gigantic box that I showed at the beginning, and these are the extra blades. I am going to be mounting some of my pastel pieces on the foam board, and this is used to cut it to size. And I watched a video on Susan Jenkins' Monet Cafe about how she mounts her pastel pieces for sale, and I want to try it. So I will link her video down below too. So if you want to check it out and see how to do it, I'll link that down below too. Hopefully, I mean, it's a pretty sturdy thing. I don't think it was damaged, but it did come all disconnected. I'll have to tape the blades to the box or something so I don't lose it. Okay, this was one of the things that I was worried about, but it looks okay. This is a little gold frame. This is a 6x6" frame. I'm going to be putting a little watercolor painting in here, and it's going to be in my shop update, which or not update, my shop launch, because I haven't opened it yet. I'm hoping still somewhere in September. I don't think I can make early September, but maybe mid-September. There is a bunch of family stuff coming up in late September, early October, and then again in mid-October. That would make a shop launch hard then. So I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to do it earlier rather than later. And I have some cool stuff coming that I'm going to show you soon. It's cool stuff. One thing's already here and another thing's on its way, and I can't wait to show you guys, but you're going to have to wait a minute. All right, what is this? Oh, okay. This is not exciting, but it was expensive. Okay, this is a roll of 3M mounting adhesive, and this is, again, the one that Susan Jenkins recommends. It is big, and it is hefty, and it was $70. But she says a little goes a long way, and that it's really the best thing she's found for mounting her pastel pieces and making sure everything is secure and safe. So I'm going to be trying this as well, and hopefully it does last for a while. If it doesn't, and it doesn't feel like I'm getting my money's worth, I'll have to find another solution, but I'm going to try this first. Okay. Now we're getting into some even better stuff. So this is my favorite white transfer paper. This is the Royal and Langnickel white graphite paper, although I don't think it's actually graphite, even though they say it's graphite, because it feels kind of waxy. But when I'm using sanded UArt paper, well, I'll usually use it, unless it's something like really, that needs to be really specific, like a portrait, I'll probably use a pastel pencil and just sketch it in. But if I need to be really accurate and I'm using like pastel mat or something that I can't easily erase, I'll use this to transfer my sketch to the paper. Because I'm kind of a messy sketcher. I do a lot of erasing and redrawing and erasing and redrawing, and most papers won't hold up to that. Watercolor paper also doesn't always hold up to that. So I use graphite papers to transfer my drawings, and if you are a messy sketcher, I recommend that for you too. Okay, this looks a little beat up, but hopefully it's okay. Oh, the back's a little ripped. Oh man, it's a little bent up. That's kind of disappointing because this was $27, so enough so that I'm not happy that it's bent up. But this is the Sennelier. Here, I'll turn off the light for a second. This is the Sennelier Oil Pastel Pad. There's still reflections because this entire room is surrounded by windows. So I have not tried this yet, and I just wanted to try it. I've been using my oil pastels on Strathmore pastel paper and Canson Mi-Teintes paper, and again Susan Jenkins says Mi-Teintes, so I'm saying Mi-Teintes too. I took the plastic off. I want to see how thick this is. I wanted something that was maybe a little bit thicker. Oh, the corner is bent, you guys. Man. Stinking Amazon. Well, this first sheet is going to be unusable. And so is the second sheet. Unless I do something smaller. Oh boy. It is nice thick paper. The third sheet doesn't look great either, but the rest are okay. So the first 3 sheets of this are not usable. And there's only 12 sheets. I don't know. What's 27 divided by 12? Too much for the first 3 sheets to not be usable. And well, I don't know. The whole thing with Amazon, now if I reach out to them, they're going to be there is no customer support. Not anymore. I can't even get a hold of anybody anymore. Alright, here's my other exciting thing, and I am really excited about this. This is the Pastel Painting Atelier. Atelier, I think that's how you say that. It's a French word. I got this used. Sometimes you can get used books as prime still. I think the purchase price of this is like 40 bucks, but I got it for 19 used. And I wanted this for forever. And I've been looking at it like once a month, waiting for somebody to put up a cheaper copy, and somebody finally did, and I am so excited to read this. So excited. This is what I'm going to be reading tonight. I'm really excited. I'll have to let you know if it's any good. Let's see if I can flip through the pages a little bit so you can see it. So I know, like, this is not her work, obviously. This is Degas. There's a lot of her, Ellen Eagle, I think it is. Yeah, Ellen Eagle. A lot of her work is in here, but there's other artists' work in here as well, and it's not all just one genre. She mostly does portraits, but they talk about a lot of other genres like landscapes, and she talks about paper and toxicity and what pastels are. And then she talks more about like actual techniques. Somebody must have had the papers in there. Like caring for pastel paintings and drawings, display and handling. It looks like she has some tutorials here in the back. That's going to be fun. I'm really excited to try it. Hopefully you saw that while I was flipping through. Otherwise I'll have to cut it out. Alright guys, we're down to my last 2 boxes, but my most exciting ones. I don't know which one is more exciting. I kind of lost track. I don't even know what's in what. Let's just open this one and see what's in it. These 2 boxes are from Blick, and like I said, they would be my preferred way of shopping if there wasn't that whole shipping thing. I feel like, you know, I could get a tube of watercolor paint for $10. I don't want to spend it on shipping, but I also don't always want to spend $60 every time I have an order that I want to do there. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. What have we got in here? Okay, the first thing we have is some Gamblin refined linseed oil for my oil painting. I wanted to try a different brand. I have I think the Daniel Smith linseed oil, and I haven't been loving it, so I wanted to try that one. And let's see what else is in here. The next thing I got was the LuxArchival Professional Sanded Pastel Paper. Again, not cheap. This was, I think it was like $40 for 5 sheets. I wanted to try it. I want to see if it's, in fact, I wonder if I could just open it and stick a finger in. I'm hoping it doesn't feel like pastel matte. I'm looking for something that's like UArt sanded paper. But UArt has a tendency to curl. Oh, it is. It's sanded paper. I'm really hoping this is my solution. The UArt sanded paper does curl when you get it wet. Sometimes it just curls anyway, even if you don't get it wet. And I mean, that's not a problem if you're mounting it to the foam core board like I was talking about. But what if I don't want to mount something? And also I've heard like this one is really good for if you screw up and you want to just wash your pastel off and start over. This is supposed to be able to handle it. So if you screw up, it's not like your whole sheet is ruined. You just wash it off in your sink. So I'm actually really excited to try that. And it's also supposed to be really good for colored pencils. And in fact, this is a book that I've been looking at, the colored pencil painting portraits. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. So that's the colored pencil painting portraits. I know she uses this paper as well, and I do colored pencils, so I might try that on a sheet as well. Mostly I've been hoping to concentrate on pastels here for a little bit because I'm hoping to maybe apply to the Pastel Society of America and see how that goes. You need to have 5 finished pieces from reference photos you took yourself, and I am hoping to do that at some point. The next day you have to have everything in by is October 9th, and with all the family stuff I have going on now, I'm not sure I'm going to make that. But then I think there's another one in January. So this is just a hardboard, an 11 by 14 inch. I tape my watercolors and my pastels to boards like this, and then well, not for watercolors, but for pastels, I'll clamp it into my big easel over here so I can work upright. And I have them in all different sizes. I find those very helpful. I use them for everything. I've got tons of them here. All right, now we're getting into some exciting stuff. Okay. I've been wanting to try these. These are the Conte Paris. I don't speak French, guys, sorry. But they're the Conte crayons, and this is their, I think their landscape set. How many are in there? 12. And they're basically hard pastels, and I wanted to try these for underpainting. I haven't really seen anybody using them for underpainting under soft pastels, but I wanted to try them. I wanted to see how they respond to like alcohol and water washes, and I wanted to see if I can do detail over the soft pastels with these. I used to use the Prismacolor New Pastels, and as I've talked about on here, I don't know if they're being discontinued or not. I do know that they are not selling them open stock anymore anywhere. And when I reached out to Prismacolor and asked them if they were being discontinued, they didn't really answer me. They said they're available at Blick Art Materials and other fine art stores. They didn't say yes, they didn't say no. Meanwhile, I'm out of like 10 of my favorite colors, and I can't get them without buying the whole big set of 96 again for $100, and I'm thinking I can't do that every time I need to replace those 10. So this is, they have obviously much bigger sets. This is their smallest set, and I wanted to try it and see how they work. And I am fairly happy with the Rembrandt soft pastels for underpainting, but you can't do fine details with them because they're round. So I was hoping, these are the same square shape as the new pastels, so I was hoping this might be a solution. So I will try those and let you guys know how it goes. And then this little box is really exciting. And there's going to be another little box in the next one, I think. There might be more than one little box in the next one. This is the best thing. Ready? Ta-da! All right, these are Schmincke soft pastels, and I got, let's see, what are the colors I got? I got the Chromium Oxide Green in the 084, I think M maybe is for medium, and I got the Chromium Oxide Green. I don't know how these work. I know I didn't get the same colors. I think this is 079 and the other one is 077. I think one's lighter and one's darker. Yeah, they are. So they both say Chromium Oxide Green, but they're slightly different colors, and I don't know if you can see that on camera. But they are the Schmincke soft pastels, if you can see that there. And they have the light fast rating right on the wrapper. And I am starting to worry about light fastness with soft pastels. I've heard not so great things. And Schmincke is one of the ones that does light fast rate all of theirs. This is the other color. This is Bohemian Green 079. That's the end, and there's the side. Yeah, they're one of the ones that do rate their pastels. And I have my Sennelier half stick set of the Paris soft pastels, and I love them, but I'm hearing they might not be so light fast. I'm going to have to test them, and in the meantime, I don't know if I should be looking for alternatives or what. So I got those to try and see what I think. And they are not cheap, and they don't offer those in half sticks, so that would be an investment. So I got a few to try, and we'll see what I think. All right, we're down to the last box. Hope you guys are still hanging in there with me. Like I said, this was a long one. Hopefully there's some interesting stuff or something that might solve a problem for you, like those shelves. Maybe you have the same issue as me with the oil pastels, the oil paintings, and needing somewhere to have them dry, especially the small ones. I don't know. If you found this helpful in any way, or if you just enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe and like button, because that really helps. I have a horrible time asking people to hit the subscribe and like button. I don't know. I'm a bit of a people pleaser, and I feel like, oh, can't ask for anything. Yeah. So I have a really hard time asking, but if you did like it or found it useful, please hit the like and subscribe button. It does help me, actually. It does really help a lot. The like and subscribe, and then also watching the ads help me the most as far as making... Okay, so my memory card got full while I was asking for you to hit like and subscribe and explaining how they help me, so that, yeah. I won't repeat it. Whatever is still on there will be in the video. Okay, let's see what's in here now. So, the first thing in here is a much bigger. This is the same ampersand hardboard that I just showed you from the other one. I don't think I said the brand, but that's what they are. These are the ampersand hardboards. This is the 18 by 24, so really big for doing a really big piece. I don't have one this big yet. This is my first one that is this big, and the corner is bent. That's not good. It doesn't matter for me because I'm not painting on this, but I know some people do paint on them, and that's not great. I might have to say that the corner was split and bent. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I can't use that because it's peeling. Well, that one's not great, but Blick has great customer service, so I will just reach out to them and they will for sure take care of that, unlike Amazon, who will ignore me. Okay, so this is the 16 by 20 3-pack of black foam core board. This is not acid free. This is for when I mail a finished pastel piece to someone. I mount the pastel piece that's on paper onto the acid-free board, but then and then I put that into a glassine or a cellophane envelope, and then this goes on top and everything gets all taped together to protect it in shipping. So this is great for protecting things in shipping that you want to keep safe. And because it's not acid-free, it's not as expensive. I couldn't afford to do acid-free for that, and since it doesn't touch the pastel piece, it doesn't matter. I do recommend that. And then, I think this is probably my UArt pastel paper, 400 grit. I prefer the natural. I think it only comes in 2 colors, natural and like their dark gray, which is, I don't know the name, maybe just dark. But I like to do like underpaintings with Intense blocks or pastels and alcohol wash or even watercolor sometimes, so I prefer the natural, and then I just tone it or do an underpainting however I want, which you can't do on the black. So this is and this is what I was talking about with the UArt. This is the UArt paper, and you can see right out of the thing it's curled. So it's been flat in shipping for however long, and it's curled right out of the thing. If you're going to mount it, it's not an issue. If you're not going to mount it, this is something you want to be aware of because it is super annoying and almost impossible to flatten it out unless you're mounting it to foam core board. And then this is going to be my Spectrafix, I think it's called. This will be linked, all of these will be linked down below. I think this is the Spectrafix or the Colorfix Art Spectrum something. It'll be down below. See how it has the white border around it? Yeah. So this is another sanded paper that I want to try, and it is very similar to the UArt. It feels like maybe a touch less. And I wanted to try this because this, I think, is also supposed to hold up to the water washes. If it isn't supposed to, I'll make a note of that down below in the links when I link it. And as you can see, perfectly flat. So it is a little bit more pricey than the UArt, but again, if you're taking into account the UArt paper plus that mounting adhesive I showed earlier, plus the foam core board, like, it adds up. So yeah, that cupping is an issue. So I'm going to try this other paper too, along with the LuxArchival, and I will update all of you later on which one I like best. And if I plan to make any changes, maybe I'll just stay with the UArt and just mount them all on the foam core board. I do like how UArt handles like water and wet media. Yeah, I mean, it's a good paper. I don't know why it cups like that. All right, now we're down to the last 2 most exciting things. So here's another little box, and there are the scissors. I'm gonna show you these the same way. I get so excited. Okay, is everybody ready? Ready? Ta-da! Oh, that label came off. Oh, it looks like that one broke in transit. So these are the Mount Vision. I've got 5 of these to try, as you can see. I was looking for some darks. So I got the 750, the 514, the 693, that one's broke too, the 700, and the 515. And yeah, 2 of them are broke, but I mean, I break them anyway when I use them, so it's not a big deal. It is what it is. Sometimes they break. It doesn't matter which company I get them from. They all sometimes break occasionally. So I am really excited to try these. I have not tried any from this company yet, so I'm super excited to try them along with the Schmincke ones that I'm going to try. So I will let you know how those go. And then, this is my last thing. I'm going to move this box out of the way. Ta-da! Here, I'll turn the light off so you can see it. That's not the right button. Alright, there we go. They're the Sennelier Oil Pastels, their landscape set. And I went back and forth on whether or not to buy these. I had people saying, like, you're not going to like them. They're so soft. You're not going to like them. I had some people tell me to try the Paul Rubens Haya, which are also really soft, and see if I like those first. I had those in my cart. That set, I think for like, I don't know, I don't remember. Maybe it was, I don't know, what is this one, 24? That one I think was a set of maybe 38 or 40, and it was $27. And this is a set of 24, and this was I think 37, I think. I don't remember for sure. Yeah. But I thought, well, what if I do like the soft pastels and I just wasted $27 on the Hayas because they're not light fast rated as far as I know. I don't have them, so I don't know for sure. But I Googled it and I couldn't find any info about it. And these are. And I also had a bunch of people tell me during one of my live streams that their Hayas came to them during the summer months, like totally melted with like oil leaking out of the box. So, you know, it's been really hot here. It's going to be hot for a couple more months. I just decided to just go with these. And there's nothing leaking out of the box so far. I'm going to open these two as well and show you. I've very much been enjoying my Mungyo oil pastels this summer. They are not light fast rated. But I asked that question on one of my polls on my community tab, whether or not people prefer to use light fast materials or not, and surprisingly more people prefer to not use light fast materials than do. Most of them said, the majority of people said that they didn't think it mattered, and that's great if you want to do that. It's all personal preference really, isn't it? As long as you're not selling something to someone. I personally feel that I would like to sell my art, and I personally feel that I could not sell my art to someone if I didn't know the light fast rating and couldn't tell them like appropriate measures to take to protect the piece. I prefer to keep things 50 plus years as far as light fast rating, but that's just me. If I were going to use something that I knew wasn't that light fast, I would at least warn the owner and tell them to use UV glass. And if there's no light fast ratings at all, you can't do that. So I love the Mungyos, but I'm looking for something that, oh, they're so pretty. I peeked. I'm looking for something that I know I can sell. So this is the little booklet that came with it. And, oh, they're so pretty. I really hope I like these. I really, really do. They're just gorgeous. There's a pretty little book with all the info in it. And then another little booklet here. I imagine the colors are on the back. Yes, they are. Color sheet. And they're all light fast rated right on here. So let's see. I don't have my glasses on. But I'm seeing mostly 3 stars. 3 stars. Here's a 2 star, 2 star, 3 star. It looks like it is a 1 to 3 star rating system, with 3 being the most light fast. Let's see. I'm not seeing an immediate key, but I think that's what it is. Oh yeah. Yeah, so 3 stars equals a light fast rating of 1, which is 100 plus years, and most of these are 3. Not surprisingly, some of the reds and pinks are not. I see this 028 rose pink is not 3 stars, it's 2, and the 202, I think it says geranium lake light. I don't have my reading glasses on, that's a 2. And the orange, Chinese orange, is a 2. So yeah, not surprising. Those are the colors that are often not entirely light fast, but I know now, and I know what to use and what not to use. Okay, let's look in here. Are you ready? Here we go. It's stuck. Here it goes. Ta-da! So this is their landscape set, the Sennelier Soft Pastels landscape set. I'm really excited to use these. I'd like to say I'm going to get to use them this week, but I just don't know. There's a lot going on this week. I'm gonna take one of these out. It's got the AP seal on it, that's good. I thought maybe it might have the light fast rating right on here, but the writing's a little hard to see and I have bad eyes, so I can't tell if it's on there because I don't have my reading glasses on me and there aren't any by me. So, okay, you guys. So that was the entire ginormous art haul. I'm really excited to try a lot of this stuff in here. You're going to be seeing it in the upcoming weeks here on my channel. I'm really excited to try it. So if there's anything you'd like to see a video of like first, like if you really want to see my thoughts on one of these products like first, leave that in the comments below as well. And I will do what I can. It was nice to see you guys all again. I enjoyed making this video very much and I hope you did too. If you want to join me over on my Patreon, I'm doing our sketchbook club over there, which is a monthly theme plus 3 weekly prompts that I make up for you guys, plus 4 reference photos a month that I take myself that are usually nature inspired to help you with your art for that month. Plus we have a wonderful art community group where we just talk about art and life and everything in general. A lot of us do have some chronic illnesses over there, so it's a supportive place for that. If you would like to join us over there, that is all $4 a month, and I would love to see you over there. Until next time, happy creating!